they can laugh. No.
Now, I just want to let you know you are live on the radio right now.
Oh, this is why I'm doing my confession, because I am.
So I'm Father Rob today, ladies. I'm Father Rob. So give me your confessions. I'm the bishop. I'm the cardinal of playwrights today.
I'll be in. This is the confessions of the playwright. You want to know how this happened? I'll tell you how it happened.
Okay.
So, but no, seriously, I just always loved telling a story. I always loved telling a very good story. And so when I got the opportunity to do that, I actually, when I went to Columbia College, I was into the television broadcast portion of it. So that's to write some stuff, some scripts, and work on some scripts, some TV shows, that kind of stuff. Went on to, I worked at Jerry Springer Show, I'm going to say it real quick, Jerry Springer Show, for a little while. And then I left there and went to McDonald's Corp and got the whole gist of like the corporate, how you lay this out and how you talk to people and how, you do the productions and bring the stars in and do the shoots. So I got all that lined out. And then it just sparked another bug in me, like, let's do it again. So I wrote a play and I sold the tickets for $7 a piece, and I, got my money back and thought, I can do this on this as a side job. And so I just have been doing plays, and then it got to me where I want to do quarterly. I want to do something. So, of course, Crazy would do 4 plays a year off my own money.
Look, you just mentioned something that I have not really cracked into about playwrights. I've talked about with other playwrights, what is it takes to get into doing a playwright? What are you looking for when you're casting? But I have yet. You just brought something to my attention. You mentioned out of your own pocket, financial. How much does it cost for someone to put a play on?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
are you serious? Okay,
you just said it out your own mouth. You said out of your own pocket, and it just sparked. I'm like, wow. I have yet to ask. When I had Shelly Garrett on here, I should have asked him that, but I'm going to get Mr. Victor Gully because I know he's listening. Don't send me no Facebook text. I might have you call in and tell me too. But I
can tell you. I know some people. I know some people who are still paying, and I'm one of them. I still have people that when I see them, I'm like, well, hold on, I got $10. Hold on, I got some money for you. Because, that's a typical, it doesn't benefit anybody to do a play one time. It really doesn't. Unless you're going to be shooting it, videotaping it, blah, 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 and you're doing it as a videotape DVD because you don't ever get your investment back. Let's say the average, I've had a venue charge me $20,000 before. That was when I had a producer friend, who was getting the money in for it. And I've done productions at places where I've only paid $800. A lot of people will go to like a church or a community center just because they can get it for a donation or something. But you lose your creative ability to do like certain light effects, and you just lose the control to be able to split the stage from the audience. To me, you do. I've done plays in churches. Matter of fact, I'm going to do another one. I am going to do one in my own church, New Dimensions on West Side 447. West Gladys, who the pastor is, my cousin, my best friend, and my senior pastor, Reverend Robert. I have to say that during every interview I do.
Okay, anyway, I can hardly hear you. You got very little muffled there, but say it again.
So, no, I was saying I'm going to do another play in a church. I was referring to how people don't really like to do plays in churches because or halls lose the ability to separate the to get the real effect of the stage, because in production you want to do the lighting, you want to be able to move the people so that it doesn't look like they are intruding in the audience's area, and so you lose that a lot with a church setting. But if you go to an auditorium, a theater, whatever, I mean, it depends if it's a house, a union house, you're gonna pay, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Most of the time when you do that, you want to try to get the deal with the sound person and the lighting person on board. So let's say the venue, let's say the venue's going to cost you, because you can go to a school, like I think Prairie State, I don't want to quote them wrong, but I think Prairie State is, I want to say for one day at Prairie State, I think you can get them for like $1,200, okay?
$1,200?
Let's say that, and then let's say you have 15 people on the cast.
Okay.
That you're paying, because I usually pay my people. I usually do. Even if I don't give them but $100 a show, I usually pay them because to me, I appreciate you for coming out and for letting me use you to tell my story. Okay. So I appreciate that. So, you go from the whole rehearsal, feeding them. Every rehearsal is going to cost you, $40, $50, $60 because for me at least, because I feed them. You pay them for if I'm going to change your hair, I pay for that. If I'm going to really drastically change your outfits and uniforms, I'll buy that. So you have a wardrobe budget. Heart's Desire, let me just slow down. Heart's Desire, the last time I did Heart's Desire, I think it cost me, and this was really, really, really cheap. I think Heart's Desire cost me $15. It was like in between 10 and 12.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If somebody was to get into playwright, to get into doing stage production, like what you do and A Taste of Theater does, what would you tell a new person coming into this industry?
I would tell them to treat it as if it's a marriage. I would tell them to totally commit to the vision that they have, be open to listening to other people's ideas, but stick to your concept and your vision. I would also tell them to go into it totally aware of everything that it attaches itself to. Know your own soundboard. Know the technical aspects of what it takes to run your show so that you can come out as an educated consumer or educated part of the team when you're hiring other people. Hire the best people to do your job, even if it costs you everything. Pull your money together and pay your dues. Pay what you have to pay. Understand that it's a work in process. It's always work in process. And never, ever, ever wear your emotions on your shoulders. Never come with your Teflon on when you come anywhere, because your story may not touch the whole conglomerate of people in the audience, but it'll touch somebody. And if not, you have accomplished one of the goals that you set. So, go in there wise, with everything else. Dot the I's, cross your T's, get contracts.
Contracts. I think we're going to have a day of talking about finances and contracts in the playwright world, because like I said, I've talked to many playwrights, and we get into the gist of about their play, what inspired them to do a play. But you are the very first we have actually talked about finances with a play and what it takes, and how does it affect the home life? I hear it in your voice, the passion, and you said that it costs, and contracts and knowing the ins and outs, because that's why I do this every Tuesday, Playwright Tuesday, so people can get a clear understanding. If you want to get into this craft, learn the ins and outs about it, and it's not just about acting. I can ask you several questions that I can ask same back to back, but I'm not going to do that. I want to find out the ins and outs of what playwright really takes, because people will get up here and want to write a movie, and now with everything changing in the industry, especially with broadcasting, you have people going to school for broadcasting and they can't even find a decent job because you have the comedians out here taking over, or musicians taking over the jobs.
Well,
And
another thing too, Rob, is networking and being places and being willing to. I've done jobs where I stage manage, so I have taken my chip off my shoulder, and I've stage managed, and I've done it at a very minimal rate, just to network. I'll do it, yeah, because I want to network. And so it's all about, but there's a little integrity in networking. You don't want to go in and you don't want to go in and talk about your production while they're doing their production. You know what I'm saying? It's a way that you do that, but you have to be willing to mingle, network, put yourself out there. Join these different social media cliques. Go to these outlets. They used to do something at Red Kiva on Tuesdays.
I'm going to stop you for a second. I would like for Mr. Victor Gully, because I know he's listening. Mr. Victor Gully, can you give me a call at 630-215-8582? That's 630-215-8582, because I want to ask you a question, too, while we have this young lady live on the line, Miss Lynn, on the phone. I want your prospective view on the financial issue, the home life issue of being a playwright, and because I know you have listened in on the show and gave me some and let Tiffany know that if my mic was a little too hot or what. But I want you to give me a call, Mr. Gully, if you have the time right now, because I know you're listening in. 630-215-8582. That's 630-215-8582, Mr. Gully. Give me a call, because I have some questions I want to ask you, too, back to back, and he just called me right away.
Hold on for 2 seconds.
Hello. Thank you for choosing Smooth 90.5 FM. Is this Mr. Victor Gully?
Yes, this is.
Well, Mr. Victor Gully, I know you've been listening in on the show. And I want to ask you as well, because the young lady, she had to go on hold for a second. But let me ask you a question. Financial-wise, the financial standpoint of being a playwright, what does it really take? Because you are a veteran. You've been in this for a long time. Can our listeners please get a real feel of what does it really take, and how does it affect the home life as well?
Well, it starts depending on the size of the venue. It starts in anywhere between, I'd say, the lowest I've ever done a show was about $5,000, and it could be as high as 20.
Wow!
And that's just in a small venue. Once you hit the larger venues, like the Airy Crown, Chicago Theater, just to rent the venue could start at about $50,000-$60,000, and then you have union labor to deal with if you're in a union house. Like when I was trying to rent the Chicago Theater, say in 2008, it cost $25,000 a night just to have the Chicago Theater, and then there's a $5,000 load in, and then there's another $5,000 load out at the time.
Wow.
So,
now,
that's just one part of it. Then I think Lynn mentioned salaries, and you have to work out a feasible schedule for all of your employees. And then you have insurance that you have to cover for the event, general liability insurance. So if anyone coming to your event slips and falls at the facility, there's insurance to cover the venue as well as yourself.
Okay.
And then depending on where you have your show at, you could be saddled with fees for the box office, fees for janitorial services. So, and then depending on who you have managing your tickets, whether it's Eventbrite, Vendini, or if you're using another ticket facility, or even just PayPal, There's fees you pay with that. So it's only 3% of your ticket price.